Hi everyone, Coach Keon here. And in this particular video, I want to share with you a simple but yet profound concept I would have learned through my time as an action coach. And this concept is what we call getting rid of the I know attitude. Very often, when you're interacting with business owners or even individuals, they have a natural tendency to demonstrate or exhibit the I know attitude in one way or the other. Now, if you think about it from this perspective, who mostly have that I know attitude? It is generally teenagers, especially when, as an adult, you are making an attempt to correct them, to share information with them, in their bid to brush you off, in their bid to move on with their lives. They would either say the words, I know, to brush you off, or they would do it in their body language where they're not paying attention to what you're saying, their hands are full, or they're just doing something else while you're there sharing your thoughts. As professionals, business owners, it is imperative that first of all, you take stock of your use of the I know attitude or I know phrase, because it can be very devastating to your professional and even personal development. One of the things we have to keep in mind is that there's no individual, at least that I am aware of, that knows everything. And one of the things that we want to practice as a business owner and as a young professional is to have an open mindset. This is what we call having an isn't that interesting type of mindset. Now, when anybody is making an attempt to show you something, to train you, to share information with you, even if you may have gone through that information previously or you have previous knowledge, I would encourage you to have an isn't that interesting type of mindset versus the I know mindset. What does this mean? Have you ever looked at a movie the second time and noticed something that you missed the first time? Even the third time? Repetition is the mother of all learning. And it may be at some point in time where we were receiving the first set of information, we may have been distracted in one way or the other. We may have missed something that can be critical, can be very useful towards us improving ourselves as a professional and or an individual. So it is important that we always have that open mindset. Secondly, the I know attitude does two things to us. It stops us from learning, because when you demonstrate the I know attitude and you brush the person off, in effect, you're stopping them from telling you anything, you're stopping them from teaching you. So the second part, just as I highlighted, it stops people from teaching you. So when we have the I know attitude, it stops us from learning because nobody's going to want to tell us anything, and it stops me from teaching you, because if you demonstrate that attitude to me one time, two times, it might be hell of high water before it's a third. So we want to have a very inclusive mindset when it comes to learning and have an open mindset. So we want to first of all take stock of the I know attitude or I know phrase, identify it, get rid of it, and have an isn't that interesting type of mindset so that you can really seize as many opportunities as possible where you can learn and grow. To learn more about these concepts, tune into our videos, or you can give us a call on 223-5583 and speak to one of our certified business coaches so that we can see how we can work together to help you achieve your goals.